I think the evolution of the technology has taken a different turn in the last few years, last 10 years at least, and particularly for most of us in the last 5 years. The computer is no longer a simple tool that we go to get particular tasks done. And until recently, that's what it was. You had a computer on your desk at work, or you had one in a particular room in your home, or you had some in a library in a school, and you went there for a part of the day and did something. Since then, the computer and the internet has come to almost surround us, thanks to the ever-shrinking gadgets we carry with us all the time, laptop computers, netbooks, iPads, smartphones, thanks to the ever-growing bandwidth that allows internet companies and others to supply us with all sorts of different information, all sorts of different services. And as this has happened, I think this technology has become kind of a whirlwind that swirls around us often all day long. And it's still an extraordinarily compelling technology. In fact, it's probably more compelling than ever. And what we find today is that as we carry it around with us, we're constantly kind of being pinged and stimulated and interrupted in our thoughts by the technology. And this is an extraordinarily compelling experience because human beings love new information, and particularly new messages. But I think what's happening is something that's happened with technologies that have become popular in the past, and that is that the internet and digital media in general is emphasizing some ways of thinking that the technology in a sense values, but de-emphasizing other ways of thinking. As this influences our habits of behavior and our habits of mind, it's also literally retraining our brains to want to think in one way, which is a very fast-paced skimming and scanning method of grabbing lots of information very quickly. But the net is providing us with little or no opportunity and little or no encouragement to think in a more attentive way, to shield ourselves from distractions and interruptions and really focus on one thing.
The general thesis that he puts forward, that the internet emphasizes certain cognitive skills and de-emphasizes others, is unquestionably true. I think we differ primarily in our pessimism about that in two ways. One, I don't think it's as bad a thing as he thinks it is. And two, I don't think it is happening as much as he fears that it is. We can easily imagine an idealized age when people read long books and thought very hard about issues, but that idealized view doesn't necessarily match up with the reality. The reality is that people who don't have good access to information, they may be thinking, oh, I should go to the library and get a book about that, but did they really? Do they really have time to do that? Whereas today, it's absolutely considered completely normal and natural that if you hear that something horrible has happened or something wonderful has happened somewhere in the world, and you think, I don't remember much about that. You hear, oh, what's going on in Armenia? And you say, Armenia. I sort of know where that is. 30 years ago, you would just say, yeah, Armenia, okay. Today, you would go and look that up. You would go and find out about Armenia. You would read what's going on there. You would get some context of knowledge so that you can better understand the world around you, the events around you. And that is the shallows. That is a basic understanding of things that is not deep, but it's valuable. It's really, really important. And it makes possible going deeper.